Welcome to Magic Lasso Live, and you know it's Magic Lasso channel when I say, hey Thomas, why was the broom late for school on Monday?
I don't know. Why?
Because he overswept.
Oh my God.
Welcome to a Comic Book Editions pop-up live show. It's Comic Book Editions Volume 176. Thanks for joining me today. We're going to have so much fun. And I'm reunited with my ride and die. It's Comics4Thomas. How you been?
Good, man. How you making out?
I'm doing pretty good, too. Kind of getting through the winter here.
Yes, sir.
I know that where you're at, you certainly are familiar with winter conditions as well.
Yeah, a lot of rain though still, which is good. It's been a wet January, but not too snowy. We got a little
yeah,
so it's good.
So later on in today's live video, the purpose of it is to show you some comic books that I'm adding to my collection, which I don't know about because Thomas has sent me an AOK. Now, this is a pretty hefty box, I'm going to say too. Yeah. Now, I have just cut the sides for purposes of speeding us up tonight, but I haven't peeked inside. For those that don't know, Thomas lives in Canada. So when he sends this, there's a customs form. But I'll tell you, I am so good, I don't even look at the customs form. I'm so proud of me.
That's right.
Yeah.
I always forget about that, actually.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't know, you don't get specifics, but I'd know, oh, there's this many comics or whatever. Yeah, but inside this box are some comic books that I purchased for myself, which when we get to that point, I'm just going to kind of set those aside because I'm going to share those next week on my YouTube channel. And but tonight, in a little bit, we'll unbox the AOK portion that you sent, which I'm excited about. So thank you, first of all, for collecting some of these comics on my behalf, and thank you in advance for the AOK.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. So here in a new year, did you set any type of collecting goals for yourself?
Not goals, but I've changed the way I collect. And I mean, obviously you've seen it. I'm just really putting a push on certain runs that I'm putting together.
Mm-hmm.
I'm moving a lot of stuff that I thought, you know me, like early on, I was always about like variant covers and, very, very heavy into collecting just covers that I like, the art and stuff like that. But now I've really took a deep dive into, the Avengers run that I'm putting together, the 1-100. I was focusing on my Silver Surfer run, Volume 1. I finished it, but then I didn't like the copy of issue 11 that I had, so I got rid of it. I'm going to grab another issue 11 at some point, but.
Well, hey, if you have to replace a copy, issue 11 is much better than some of the other issues in that run.
Yeah, exactly, right. So, I'm collecting a bunch of different other runs as well. Not a whole lot of super modern stuff. There's an Iron Man book that I'll show you. The infamous Iron Man run, the first 12 issues, I put that together, stuff like that. But, and I'm sending a lot of books away to CGC. My LCS sends them. Now they were only doing CBCS to start, but they started doing CGC, and it's I just have so many books out right now. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah, that's very cool. Yeah. So I think we've talked about this before, but it wouldn't hurt just to kind of jump back for a minute and revisit this. Why did you decide to collect this Avengers run that you're collecting?
It's funny because I really wasn't into that era of comics because I've said before, I didn't grow up reading comics. I got into comics in like 30s, like early 30s, mid 30s or whatever. I say that I'm 42, so I guess it would be early 30s. It's only been like 10 years probably. And I was just very much about like very new modern comics. And it just took me a while to really start to appreciate the art. And obviously some of the stories and stuff like that. And then all of a sudden I started looking at, that 1-100. I find, and you and I were just kind of talking about this, you get to around issue 90 and the covers start to look the same a little bit, a lot of the same colors, stuff like that. But I really, really enjoyed, all the covers leading up to that, except for anything with a floating head, of course. Yeah, you're not a floating head fan. Because that's stupid. No, I'm just joking. But there's something about doing 1-100 instead of just like 1-90, right? So versus other runs where I'm putting together issues 100 to 120 of Captain America, I find around 121, 22, the art changes. It starts to, well, not changes, but it starts to look the same. So it's like, I want to, like, there's certain runs where I only want to put together X amount of issues, right? The first 10 issues of that, first 20 issues of that. But this Avengers run, just all of a sudden, I was starting to see that I think I was never really paying attention before, that how many were around me, especially because I'm in a lot of Facebook auctions and stuff like that. But once I started to delve into the actual run and started keeping an eye out for them, I'm not somebody who needs high grade books. I just want to present well. I mean, all of a sudden, I think I have 65 or 70 of them of the first run.
That's amazing.
Yeah, really short period of time. Obviously, there's some big boys in there that I still need to get my hands on, but it all of a sudden was like, yeah, there's one. I've just been go. So
yeah, that's pretty cool. So someone else that's working on their Avengers run in the comic book community, they're not doing the first 100 issues. I think they're doing the first 25 issues. And he was our first person in the chat tonight. It's John's Comics with Kids. And I tell you, I know what you have in your collection, and I know what John has in his collection. And like, if you two merged your collections together, your goal would pretty much be like there. Yeah. It's something. So thanks for joining us, John. We appreciate you. Hey, look who's waiting with breath that's baited. It is Old Wolf 65. It's Tony. Hope you're doing well.
Hello, Wolf.
Yeah, we have our good friend and everyone's friend, Super Russ 9000. Great to see you here.
Super Russ.
Russ, I was just telling Russ today, I think it was this morning, that, I usually take like a holiday break, a month-ish off from YouTube. And I kind of found myself, I don't want to say not wanting to come back. That's not the right word, but it was hard for me to find the motivation to start getting the wheels turning again. And it actually was Russ that really helped me out with that. So super appreciative. Jenny Farce is here with the hashtag Foo is a furry. Can't argue that one. So
and that's
thanks.
The thing too. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say thanks you guys for stopping by. We'll acknowledge everyone else that happens to join during our live stream. And if you're watching on the rewind, we appreciate you as well.
Yeah. No, just going back to Super Russ for a second. I mean, it's already hard. It's hard to get motivated to do anything in January and February. So it's nice that he can step in there. And get
exactly.
So,
yeah.
I mean, it's hibernation mode.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, with me kind of just now getting the wheels going again, I mean, this week especially was kind of a busy one for me. I had Fanboys Live in the Retro Review last night.
Yep.
I dropped a YouTube short today, the back issue of the week, which yesterday I didn't even have recorded. So, I mean, this is new content, literally.
Yep.
I got the live stream tonight, and I'm planning on dropping an edited video tomorrow.
Nice.
And then I'll be back in Fanboys again this upcoming Sunday. I mean, in a week. 5.
That's the type of stuff will just get you, once you start going again, you're just...
Yeah. And I'm having fun with it. Once I started moving again and using the editing software, I was like, yeah, I'm back. And I'm having a good time. It was just getting me there. So appreciative of that. So while we're also talking about the Avengers run, I think it would be remiss of me not to mention this, but watching you chase after this Avengers run and doing so well, even though, like I said, there's some big books that you need in your side, that has kind of inspired me on the Justice League side.
Yeah.
To keep going with my collecting. So it's just, that's one of the things that I love about having collector friends, because you're doing something yourself independently of me, but it inspires me to do something, to chase something that I'm excited about too. And I mentioned this at the end of last month, my last video of last month. I ended last year needing 36 Justice League books. So I broke that down to 1 a month for the next 3 years.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm actually going to get like 1 every month. What I think will happen is I think I'll get like 3 or 4 at once.
Yeah.
And then I might not get any for 4 months or whatever.
Yeah.
Then I'll get maybe 3 or 4 or 5 at once. That's how I notice it. It kind of comes in waves.
Same.
Yeah, you notice the same?
Even the ones that you're not expecting that you weren't even looking for. Like I just got issues 6 and 7, and I wasn't even thinking about anything under 10 for a bit. I was just like focusing on everything else, because it's not that the first 10 a lot of them are expensive, but they're just not they're not out there as much. So for them to come along at the right price, I was like, oh crap, I wasn't even looking for these.
Yeah.
It's just about filling in all the rest. So, and I noticed in yours, I mean, I went on your CLZ because I showed you a Justice League before the chat here, and it's like, I was surprised at how many of the early ones that you have.
Yeah, actually, I'm doing pretty good. In the first 12 issues, I'm missing 2. Yeah. Two issues out of the first 12, and that's pretty good. And it's not issue 1, which is out of the first 12, the expensive one. No. 1 and 9 and 12 are like probably, well, issue 2 as well, are probably the more expensive ones, but I have all of those. I'm only missing issue 4 and issue 5 for the first 12.
Yeah, that's really good.
Yeah.
Because even like when I was showing you that one, the same guy had like issues like 22, 23, 24, 25, stuff like that. And I'm looking, I'm like, oh man, he probably needs 3 or 4 of these. And it's like, you needed 1. I was like, oh,
I needed 1.
Right.
Yeah.
You really have hit the hammer on the early ones.
Yeah, I have. So I went to a comic show yesterday, and I kind of went with the intention. One of the things I was looking for was some Justice League, as you know, obvious. Yeah. And I mean, I saw some that I needed, and I saw some in beautiful condition, but just the price wasn't right or wasn't where I want it. Same thing, I looked for Avengers for You. Yeah. And if you were looking for some beautiful graded copies, oh my gosh. Everywhere. Did I find you some yesterday? You know, and it's so amazing too to go on your CLZ and go, does he have such and such issue? And I look and I'm like, yeah, he's got that one. Or there's some I can instantly look at and go, don't even have to look. I know 100% of the time that he has that. So Aggressively Relaxing is here.
Hello.
Vacuum cleaner. Vacuum cleaner. How are you doing? Thanks for stopping by. It's great to have you here. What else is there to do on a Monday night, right? Right.
Exactly.
Yeah. And John is back. Well, John, we've already talked about you. So you'll have to catch the rewind to see if you need to contact your lawyer or not.
That's right.
Yeah. So yeah, the Justice League has really been because of your Avengers collecting.
Yeah.
So
it's good. It's good. Like you said, it's neat because we're not collecting the same run.
No, we're not.
But we're also collecting like the same run for their respective. You know what I mean? Like one's Marvel, one's DC, but it's like the Avengers. And
they're like around the same years.
Yeah.
And there's so many similarities. Like in issue 4, Captain America joins. Yeah. In Justice League issue 4, Green Arrow joins.
Yeah.
So, I mean, just a few coincidences like that. Hey, James, how you doing, Warlord?
Hello, Warlord.
Yeah, I hope you're doing well. So earlier on, like when you and I first became friends, one of your goals was the Nova run, because Nova is your character. You completed that a while ago.
Yeah.
Any thoughts of veering into a different Nova direction, a different volume, or I know you have some of the foreign stuff too. Anything going on with that?
Not really. I have volume 4 already as well, if I'm thinking of them correctly, because volume 2 and volume 3 are really short ones. It's where you had the big mullet and it just
no,
there's not a fan of that one. But I'm trying to remember the Abnett. I can't remember who does the writing and the art on volume 4, but it lines up with like the newer Guardians of the Galaxy team and like the Infinity Run and stuff like that. So.
Yeah. Oh, so Tony's recapping for John here.
Avengers collection. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah. We've been talking about the whole time. Actually, we're just gonna give my address and that will be fine.
Yeah, exactly. I can facilitate the. Yeah. Actually, I have both of your addresses, so I really could facilitate this.
I'd risk giving my personal information out if this is what it is. Not a problem.
Yeah.
I'll send you a picture of what my place looks like.
Yeah, exactly. Nice. So you haven't been on YouTube really anymore, but except for your occasional appearances here on my channel, which I appreciate, but you're active on Instagram too. Do you want to share some books or?
Yeah.
Look, he thinks we're joking.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
I've got a couple books here. That's what I was saying to you. It's like I've been getting a lot of Avengers lately, but I've been getting them right to my presser and or off to CGC. But these ones have kind of like came in the mail over the last couple of days. If you follow me on Instagram, it's the same Comics4Thomas. I have posted these there.
Mm-hmm.
I put a lot of books on hold through like Facebook auctions and stuff.
Yeah.
So some of this stuff I was just calling in, but it's funny because sometimes the problem with getting people to hold books and then building up a little stack to save on or to maximize shipping is that by the time I get some of these books, I'm not into the runs or the issue anymore.
Gotcha.
These ones I still obviously am, but there's a bunch of them like, well, I'm just going to probably try to resell some of these because, you know, a year ago, I was really into like that book, right? So yeah, I can show some of these if you want.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Let's swap me out here. I got to swap me out with you. There we go.
Perfect. This first one is issue number 2 of Heathen. This is from Vault Comics. I had collected this when it first came out.
So what's that about?
It actually has to do kind of like with the Norse gods. This is a variant cover though. So
that's a great cover.
Yeah, it was it was only like a 12 issue run or 15 or something like that. And I read it all and I really enjoyed it. And I thought they were going to do like more volumes and just never did. So this one is appreciative of Cats. This is Iron Man 23 point now, all new Marvel now. 23 point now variant. Jeez. Oh,
wow.
Yeah, that's pretty funny, eh?
Yeah.
Can you guys see that clearly? Because it seems like the lighting in here isn't that great.
The lighting like seems not as bright, but I can see it. Yeah.
Okay, good.
Mm-hmm.
What I mentioned earlier is I am putting together this run of Infamous Iron Man. This is the one I believe I haven't actually read it because I wanted to put all the issues together. This is a bit of a hot book at first, or for a bit. This is the first print. I do have the second print as well. It's the same cover though, so I was like, and this is where Doom becomes Iron Man for a bit.
Interesting.
Yeah, so I heard it's a good read, and there was a lot of just like I think speculation behind it of like maybe like Doom coming in stuff like that and being him.
Yeah.
And then I got a hip hop variant cover as well.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. From the same guy. It literally looks foggy on my screen. I don't know if it's because I don't know. And then these two. This is issue 67.
Whew.
Avengers.
It's beautiful.
There's some nice purple going on in here. It's again hard to see, but I really, really like the purple. Purple and comics, there's something about it. And then this is a pretty nice copy. A couple creases, but some good yellow. And that is issue 90.
I have that issue.
Yeah.
That's a great issue.
It's pretty good. So, and yeah, I literally just got this one. She's like, one came, I think the other day, I think I posted it. So,
yeah.
So yeah, it's funny because I really didn't have a lot of the higher number Avengers for a bit. And then all of a sudden now, between issues like 85 and 100, I have, like probably 12 or 13 of them. It just, again, all of a sudden just came in a wave and it's like, oh, there's 88. Oh, here's blah, blah, blah. It's like, geez. Just, I don't know.
Yeah.
But that's it. Yeah, that's how really I only have a run. I'm also storing a lot of books up at my sister's right now.
Mm-hmm.
I have a small apartment. So, and because I've been grading so many books, I've been just like packing up the PC ones and moving them up to her place. So she's got a little bit more space. So,
yeah.
But that also includes some newer books that I could have shown.
Yeah. Well, that's some good stuff there. I want to say hello to a special friend. It's Gamma Rayz Comics. So when I thought about my collecting for 2024, I thought, what are some things that I have never done that I kind of wanted to do in 2024? And one of those was get a book cleaned and pressed. Now, you have gotten a book cleaned and pressed for me with your presser. But I wanted something where, I have the book and I'm going to provide it to whoever I choose and have them do that. So it never was any question in my mind who I was going to use as my presser, and that's Gamma Rayz Comics. Right. So I just recently sent him my first, submission, and I was teasing him. I'm like, you're my first, be gentle. You always remember your first. And I didn't send a Wonder Woman book. I sent a Superman's Girlfriend, Lois Lane. It's a key issue. It's issue 106, the famous I Am Black, Curious.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
You sent me pictures on this.
I did, yeah. Actually, I sent you, so Gamma Rayz got it last Monday, as a matter of fact. And it was my original plan today to showcase this book. But because of the post office, they did not deliver it today as it was expected, which bummed me out. But you will see it in the future on my YouTube channel. But Gamma Rayz did a kind of a before and after video, like I've seen him do before. And it was so exciting because this time it was my book. And I've shared this out to so many people.
You sent me the video. That's right. It wasn't pictures. It was
the video. Yeah.
It looks good.
I am so happy with what I've seen, and I can't wait. I mean, if it looks that good on the video, it's going to look even better in person.
Yeah.
And he just took a book that had some major problems. And I mean, I know it's my book, and there's still some, there's some unfixable things on the book, which is absolutely fine. But this book is just, especially the spine.
Yeah.
And the back cover was so wavy. And I'm going to show some pictures I took before and after too when I show it on my channel in the future. And I'll show it on Instagram as well. But I'm just so pleased and so happy with what he did for me. And he did it so fast. He didn't have to do. I was expecting maybe 5 or 6 week turnaround or something like that. And bing, bang, boom, he has it back to me. And I'm beyond happy that I did this. I'm beyond happy that I chose Gamma Rayz Comics, and I'm beyond happy that he accepted, my submission. Yeah. So shout out to you, my friend, because you're pretty awesome. And you're going to be hearing me talk about that some more, like I said, online and in a few weeks on my YouTube channel as well, in a recorded comic book editions video. I'll definitely show. I wanted to show it so bad tonight, and the post office said it would be here today, but it didn't even make it to my town today. So that happens sometimes.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, no worries. But so another thing that I've kind of been thinking about too, when it comes to stuff that I've never done, let's highlight this real quick.
Yeah.
It's all the truth. It is all the truth of what I'm saying. I could tell you put time and love into my book, and I'm certainly appreciative of that. So follow him on Instagram if you're looking for a presser or a cleaner. He's your man. And the reason I went with him, because I watched him working on some books, and he would do some lives, and I would just jump in and just watch. And I was just so interested. And I just saw the way he was treating other people's property and how good it was. I'm like, this is my presser.
Well, it's a great way to promote yourself too, right? Because you're trusting. Yeah. You're confident enough in what you're doing. Like, here, show everybody. Now you judge whether you want to use me or not. And if you don't, no worries.
Exactly. Yeah, I will be a repeat customer. Yeah, this has been for a few years too, so it isn't like I just started doing this, a month ago. So
you're the person who gets their tattoo for the first time, and they've wanted this tattoo for 8 years, and they finally find the right
that's me.
The little tattoo, and you're like, oh my god, freaking out, and now you're
that's me.
Everything present.
Yeah, I kind of do. So one other thing that I want to do this year, that's of course, now that I've sent comics in to get graded, so that's kind of off my list. Of course, I'll do that again, too. I've sent a book in to get cleaned and pressed. Of course, I'm going to do that again. But something that I haven't done that I want to do, I want to get a commission on a blank sketch cover.
Okay.
So I've done some commissions before from artists, but they've been on like the regular artist drawing paper, the big oversized paper. And I don't have anything, I take this back. I haven't commissioned anyone myself. I've won some books, and like Comic Head 84 did a sketch cover for me too. Squatchy Comics has. I want to commission someone out to do something for me. And I have some ideas. The ideas are not the hard part. And one thing, I don't know if you've noticed this, at least with DC, on some of their blank covers that they're doing on their facsimiles, which they're doing quite a few of, now, it isn't just a pure white cover with the trade dress on the top. If the background was yellow, then the background's yellow. It's just the art is removed.
Yeah. I didn't notice that.
Yeah, and like with the George Perez Wonder Woman, it's a bluish background, but it's different shades of blue, and it's that exact same color.
Now, do you like that, or do you like that idea?
Well, I kind of do, and then I'm like, but I should probably get it colored then, where the advantage of if I just had it on a white, I wouldn't have to color it if I didn't. But then I saw some people get some commissions done, like, and sell them that weren't colored in. They were just on that. And I'm like, that still looked good. Nice. Oh, yeah. Legal Burning. I've seen some of the work that he's done, too. Yeah, he's really, really good.
Burns images on blank covers.
Yeah.
Very cool.
It's pretty sharp. So, and then Warlord says, oh, yeah, that would be cool.
That would be cool.
And then he wants to get a Batman Beyond by Fjords. Yeah.
I'll have to look for a couple of those, just like online, just to see it and see how they look. Or whatever.
Yeah, it's cool. And DC's also putting like a real thin piece of paper even over the cover to help protect the covers while they're in transit too.
Nice.
So,
really good.
Yeah. So that's probably my next big thing, and I hope to say before the year's over with that I did complete one of those. Yep. That would be pretty awesome.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So, and when it comes to the artist, it doesn't have to be like a world-known artist. But if it is, that's cool too. Just be a good artist, and I'm interested.
Yeah.
So, and there's definitely some people's styles that lean towards other people's or certain styles of comics. For example, I have an idea for something that's going to be Golden Age. Well, I want someone who can, some people do Golden Age better than modern. Yep. And I definitely want to gear that towards someone, I want to gear it towards the right people. But yeah, that's kind of my upcoming plan. Yeah, an upcoming goal. So
do you think that you'll submit anything for grading at any point in this year, or?
Yeah, I do think so, because my membership just came up for renewal and I did renew it. And I don't know if you know this or not, but when you go through CGC, each year that you renew, it renews cheaper.
I did not know that, actually.
It does. It goes down $5 each year that you keep renewing.
To a certain point, or does it just?
I believe it goes down to when it's just free from then on. I think. Now, if you guys in the chat know this, because you guys would be subscribed longer than I have, let me know if I'm correct on that or if I'm incorrect on that. But at least that's how I understood it when I was reading that.
I mean, either way,
yeah,
it was just down to a certain point. That's pretty awesome, actually. So
yeah, it is.
I just go through my shop, but I mean, at least that's good to know, though. If I ever want to just get it on my own.
Yeah, exactly. So, and I started out, I mean, the highest price last year was my first year at $25. So then it goes $5 from there. I mean, so even when you're starting out at 25, it's not like, at least for the tier that I got, it's not horrible. So, yeah. So as we're starting to approach about half an hour in, it's probably time to start getting a little bit into the meat of the video. Yeah. And as I mentioned, Thomas has sent me some books. Some of these I know what they are because I bought them. And it's awesome to have a friend in Canada who either can buy it on my behalf or I can get it shipped there and then just build up enough to send, since they're shipping between countries. It's weird that Canada, the US is much more expensive than for like me to send to Varangian Vigilante over in Austria. Yeah. It's weird. You think it would be cheaper for me to send to you, since we're at least in the same continent.
I sent a guy. There was these auctions that I'm in on Facebook. These groups. It's typically Canadian. Like the raffles are U.S. Canadian, but the auctions are typically Canadian. And this guy reached out to me from Italy. He's like, "Hey, do you mind if I bid on some books in your auction?" Yeah, for sure, certainly. I said, but I have no idea what the shipping is going to look like to you. Mm-hmm. And he ended up buying a lot of books because he made it worth its while. And the shipping was crazy because they were going to ship it on literally ships. That was the cheapest way was to do like one ship to another ship to another ship to a vehicle to blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, I started breaking it down for like the size of the box it was versus what I sent to you. I'm like, this is almost the same price, like per, inch of this box, like not much more. I'm like, how? Yeah. Cost of shipping to the U.S. Yeah, it's pretty much bang on right there for the shipping. And I mean, both ways, right? But it is super convenient for you and I because there's some sites that we use that are in Canada that you find a lot of books, and we've been able to do that. But also like there's some Lady Mechanica stuff that I've got shipped to your place.
Yep.
It's so much cheaper because it's for a Kickstarter. And coming to me for like 2 books and a whatever package sometimes it's a lot more expensive, where I know you're going to send me books and I know I'm going to send you books anyway. So
absolutely. Yeah. It doesn't cost anything much more to throw a few more books in,
Right?
And hello to Jean Malo, aka Jean Malo, but really Jean Malo. So hope you're doing. He's a fellow Canadian.
I was going to say, yeah, there's a good chance of that first name.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm going to take a few of the books, and I've just for purposes of speeding up the video, I've slitted the sides, but I haven't really looked in. I'm going to take the books that I bought that I know what they are, and I'm just going to set them aside because next week I'm planning on sharing those in my comic book editions. I see something that looks very familiar here on top.
Oh yeah, in a little box that I had, I was like, I'm sure I have some of his lassos, and I found like 2 or 3 of them. I was like, I'm just gonna wrap everything with these lassos.
I sent you that one, remember? Then you said I could wrap my couch around this thing.
Yeah, a very long one. I think I cut it in half at one point.
Yeah. Okay. There looks like. Is there a box? Is there a box just because it's something, or is it just to keep the books from moving there? This.
That actually is something, and
okay. I
don't think it's wrapped. Did I wrap it?
It doesn't look wrapped, but I don't know what it is. I haven't looked close enough.
I meant to actually put like some birthday or some Christmas wrap over it, but it is an item for you. I didn't know if you would like it or not, but I just I'll just toss it in there. So
okay. So let me figure out which section is.
I think I wrote on them. Did I not write on that?
No.
Okay. I wrote on the table.
Okay. I see some writing on the bottom one. So I'm pretty sure the bottom one is the one because it's got initials on it.
Yeah.
And the initials make sense to me. So
good. Oh yeah. That's right. Yeah.
Jean, that's what they all say. Stop talking and pull it out. Yeah. So okay, so I'm going to set these aside. Should this other unwrapped box, should I look at that now or?
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to do that now. 1, 2, let me get back into a bigger mode again. 1, 2, I think this is upside down. 1, 2, 3.
See the symbol?
I see the symbol, I just don't know what it is.
Yeah. I can't remember if it has a little flip thing on it or not. Or no, I think you push it out that way. There
okay.
It is. Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. I've seen these advertised. So this is like one of the coins, right?
Yep.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I was like, I don't know if he would be into a collectible coin, but I had
I like them.
I won that with a group of books one time, and I was like, I was gonna ask you, but I was like, I'm just gonna toss it in and
no, I like that.
Yeah. That's cool.
I've always seen these. I always thought they would be cool to have, and this is my very first.
Nice.
So thank you. And I like the little display box that it's in too.
Mm.
So
I meant to wrap it. I just realized that I meant to, because I have like extra Christmas wrap and stuff. Right?
Yeah.
Actually, somebody it gave me the idea is I had some books that I had on hold with somebody, and when they sent them. They use bubble wrap or whatever, but then they also wrap them in Christmas wrap just to be funny or whatever. And I was like, I'm going to do that for you. And then right over my head.
It's okay. That's awesome. Thank you. So there were 2 bundles here. Now this book, I can kind of see, I don't know the specific issue, but I saw the title of.
Yeah.
This one was on top. Is that where I start?
Yes.
Okay. Now I know what it's like to be the recipient of the lasso. Oh my gosh. A few months ago.
Is Warlord asking to make the screen bigger? I don't know what he's saying. Bigger mode, roll it now.
This is as big as I can get and still have you on the screen.
Oh, I don't need to be on here.
Well, I kind of want you on there. I tell you what, at the end, I'll do a recap and I'll go complete full screen.
Cool.
Okay. So you can tell I'm dealing with a professional here because what do we have? Pull tabs.
For that green tape that you like.
I do. I have used this tape. I have even reused the tape you've sent me. Okay, Jean. No problem. Okay.
Jackson Roy Kirk's on there.
Pull my tab. Meow. You just came at the right time because we're just starting the AOK unboxing portion. You know I'm a talker, Jackson. So I'm guessing the book that I see up front is where I began, or the side I should begin.
Yeah. This, I mean, this packet, this part of the AOK is going to be pretty quick.
Okay. So I see Dark Knights of Steel, and it's issue 1. I know that this is a series that you really enjoyed.
Yeah, I don't read a lot of comics these days. I had picked up the first issue and enjoyed what I read. I like the concept of it being almost like a Game of Thrones era of DC.
Yeah.
And
look at that. That's a great cover.
Yeah. You'll see the pattern here once you get to the next one.
Okay. So that's awesome. And I'm not looking, I could see that the book is face up, but I'm not looking at it. Hey, Signature King's here. How you doing? Oh, I do see the pattern. Here we have issue 2. I am not peeking, but I'm going to make a wild guess that I might pull out issue 3 next.
Exactly.
Let's see if I'm correct. Let's see if I've just won. Oh, look at that. My Mr. Cleo powers are working tonight.
There's actually a couple of nice variants that are actually in this run that I wouldn't mind getting. Here I am at the first of the video saying, I'm not really into variants anymore, but there are a couple really very cool variants in this run as well. So
well, look at Diana there. You know, I'm liking that. So yeah, and I haven't read this, so I'm excited to read this.
I think the covers are the artist is Yasmin Putri, if I remember correctly, which I've liked their art before as well. So I think that kind of got me to it, but I wanted to wait to obviously and read it all, and obviously I want you to.
Ooh, look at that!
Yeah, it's a cool concept. I hope they do more of it. It's almost like, you know how like there's 1602 for Marvel.
Yeah,
I love the idea of that. Even though I've started reading some of it, it's a little slow. This is like more like a modern version, like a modern version of that in a sense, I guess, where it's just like that very cool concept. There's a lot of good stuff with
look at that.
Yeah, with those two, there's a lot of good stuff going on.
So these are the A covers. I'm thinking just by the trade dress. Yeah,
all A covers.
That's cool. Nice. That especially is awesome.
There's one of the variants. It's Batman on a horse, and it's just really, really nice.
Really?
And you can do a good horse on a comic. I love it.
Yeah, I know that you're a horse fan, so it's nice. We're at issue 7 now. Ooh,
that's a good one.
I like that. Nice. This will be fun to sit down and read. Is it pretty action-packed? I mean, judging by the covers, it looks like it is.
It is, yeah.
Yeah. I wonder, this almost seems like to be a candidate for some type of animated movie that they would do in the future.
Yeah, well, that was the thing. When I was reading it, I was like, I really hope they do an animated movie of this.
Yeah.
I mean, you could do a show, but I mean, you might as well just do a movie.
Yeah.
It's all really just one story. There's only 12 issues. It's funny because this is a cool cover, but it looks like a B or a C cover. It doesn't go with the rest of the run, but it's the A cover. It didn't make sense to me. I'm like, that could have been a variant. Like,
yeah. That is a great cover, though.
Yeah.
There was DC kind of did like a series of these kind of like playing cards with hero villain.
Yeah. Yeah, I was really surprised.
Got the Trinity assembled. That's great.
Yeah, it's good.
And then we come to the end of the stack with issue 12. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Look forward to seeing what you think.
Yeah. What I like to do with something like this, it will be one of two things. Either it will be some weekend, I will like shut myself down for the day, sit on the couch, and knock them out. Probably knock out like 6 at once, eat for a little bit, maybe do something else, and then come back in the evening and knock it out. Or the other thing, I will wait because, it won't be too much longer. I'll be able to go. One of the things I loved is coming home from work and sitting out on my patio and reading a comic book. I might start knocking those out. And then I might just, if I have the weather on my side, pace myself one a night.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
So, yeah.
And if the weather's against you, then they could be storm books.
There you go. Yeah. Is it okay to start into...
Yeah.
Awesome. Wow.
I meant to mark this one too for where you start.
Okay.
I think I forgot.
All right.
Mine must be in the mail. That's pretty good. Because I feel like I put a backing board on one side.
Yes, like this I can't tell.
Yeah, I think I must have been hurrying because like I didn't mark anything that I wanted to, and I don't think it was a backing board. I think you can see. I can see
a tiara. That's all I can see right now. On this side, I can just see a tiara. That's
right.
Is that the front?
I believe so. Yeah.
Okay. It doesn't. I mean, obviously, I know who the character is, but I think it's a sticker.
They're stickers, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so here's where we're at right now. So we have 2 stickers. 2 stickers I don't have, which is pretty awesome. Okay. And the other books are face down on this one. So I'm still going from starting here, right?
I think so.
You think
this
so?
Is like the worst. I don't remember how I packed this, but I mean,
because the back is that I can't.
That's the backing board as well.
Yeah.
I mean, either way, it doesn't really matter.
I think it's safe to go that way.
Yeah. Sometimes, like it's like if there's like a big book, that you want that to be like last, but I don't like.
Yeah.
This was like just stuff that I just was like, I think you would like this or need it.
Cool. All right, here we go.
All right.
Ooh, the free comic book day.
Yes,
DC Universe Wonder Woman, beautiful artwork there.
I couldn't find it in your list, so I threw it in.
That's awesome. Thank you.
A little harder to find, even though it's just FCBD sometimes, but CLZ can be a little weird sometimes. Yeah,
they can a little bit with their detailing. And they have another one that's like this. What I think it's also Nicola Scott art, if I'm remembering correctly, that is free comic book day, but for Wonder Woman Day.
Okay, yeah.
So there's like a variant for that too.
Yeah,
so very nice.
There's Comic Fest ones too sometimes as well. So you're like trying to figure out like where are they going to label this stuff at.
Yeah. Awesome. Thank you. Oh yeah.
I have that variant. Signature King says.
Oh. Nice. I don't know, Thomas, if you're up on what's going on, but Wonder Woman's kind of a hot book right now. The Tom King Wonder Woman's a hot book right now, and I won't say who because I don't want to spoil it for anyone in the chat. I'll tell you afterwards if you want. But they brought a Wonder Woman villain back that we haven't seen in about 20 years.
Okay.
In the current issue. So that was pretty exciting for me. It wasn't like just a little one-off villain either. It was like someone that used to be part of her rogues.
Okay. And that's why it's hot right now?
That's not the reason why. Everyone's kind of likes the story. Yeah, it's the Tom King thing. But it was fun to have that little nod.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, this is a great cover. Look at that. That's awesome. The Rebirth Wonder Woman, I really enjoyed. I thought that was fun. Thank you. Ooh, Cheetah. Can't go wrong with Cheetah. Now, this costume, I'm not the biggest fan of.
Yeah. It's not that great.
No, not really.
Yeah. It's kind of like some of the Nova runs. It's like, no.
Yeah. And then she's got this big, like, I don't know how else to say it. I'm just going to say it the way the Wonder Woman fans say. She has like this V symbol, like on the bottom of her belt that hangs. Oh, yeah. It looks weird.
Yeah. I remember you and I talking about that one time. On
yeah. It looks weird. It's part of her folklore, though. So, like the Kathy Lee Crosby, the blonde Wonder Woman. You know, I mean, just part of the folklore. Okay, here we go. Ooh, Dark Knight's Metal. I have some of these issues. I don't have this one. But what I have of this series, I enjoy. And I can even tell from here how embossed that is. I can see the embossing, like right from that. That's a fantastic cover.
Yeah, I think I meant to check to see if you had any of these, but I
have some. I don't have this.
I was like, I remember you saying that you wanted to. So I was like, I'm just going to drop it in.
Yeah, I'm actually not that far away. I mean, I'm more than I think halfway for a complete, but there's so many variant covers too. Yeah. So
that's true.
Nice.
That's good. So don't know.
Another.
Yeah, let me know if any of these are doubles though. Then,
like, see, the thing is, I've seen this image so many times. I don't think I have this. But I know that there's a version that is not embossed up there. I'm pretty sure that at least there's a version without. But I don't think I have this. But I am familiar with this image, though.
Yeah. That's
cool. And they certainly embraced that. I mean, they had like death metal action figures out in stores pretty quick after this was a thing back then.
It was.
Okay. Ooh, yeah. Now, this cover I'm not familiar with at all. It's great. I mean, we even got a tiny Wonder Woman over there. Sometimes in this type of costume, though, with the red cape, she reminds me of Big Barda.
Yeah.
So I just get Barda vibes from that.
Yeah. And basically a monster truck on the cover.
Yeah, exactly. Ooh, that's nice.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, none of these covers, at least, I might have the issue, but I know I don't have these covers, so.
Is that the gold foil? For
probably this last one. It does look gold, and it does look foily.
I think so.
I'll scan it later on my CLZ app, Tony, and let you know. But that's pretty nice. Okay. Got a couple left? More than a couple left. Ooh, look at this. I do enjoy a good Batman villain story. That's a great cover.
It's annual, isn't it? If I remember right.
Yeah, Batman Annual 14.
It's a retelling of his origin.
Nice.
Yeah. If it's the gold one, that's a 1 in 100. Frig, even better.
Oh, wow. We'll have to check into that.
Yeah.
Now, this cover would be pretty amazing as a Virgin cover, but they didn't really do that back then.
No, I know, right?
Yeah, but this would be a great candidate, to be a Virgin cover or a convention exclusive. Yeah.
So I don't know. Me with I don't know a lot of necessarily the DC books, like say for the Dark Knight's Metal and stuff like that. So like my presser had these, and he was gonna get me to sell them for him, and I was like, I'm pretty sure that I know somebody who would.
Yeah, that's awesome. Thank you.
It literally could be like a foil exclusive. Right?
Nice. Okay. Next up in my pile. Yes.
Is this the one that you and I went back and forth on?
Yes, this is the book that you and I went back and forth on. Yeah. So this is X-Men 155. But let me tell you, I even want to make sure that I'm saying this correctly. So I'm gonna pull up my CLZ. There is huge significance why I needed this book. Do you remember what it was?
No. I just remember you saying, "Did I get this for you?" And I was like, "No." And then I remember seeing it in my pile, and then scrolling back into our conversation from like 6 months ago or something. I'm like, "This is exactly what he needs."
Yeah, because I had a note not to buy this book.
Yeah.
And then I was like, did I? And after a while, I was like, am I not buying this book because Thomas has it for me? And then I'm like, I think so. So I checked with you. And then you were like, I'm not sure. So the significance of me having this book.
I remember now.
Okay. I now have a consecutive run of X-Men from issue 113 through 225.
That's right. I remember you saying that.
This was the only one I was missing between 113 and 225 that I didn't have.
That's awesome.
And now I do.
Yeah, that's wicked.
Yeah, which incidentally, I did see this yesterday at that comic show I went to. I obviously didn't buy it, but I did see it yesterday. So, and it's funny, like you kind of tipped me off that this one's coming, but I kind of forgotten during the opening process. So I was like, that's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay. Ooh, this is a great cover. I was looking at X-Men covers the other day, and I saw this one again, and I remember thinking, this is a great cover. I've never read this.
Yeah, what number is that one again?
So that's 251.
251, okay, yeah.
Great
I looked
cover.
It up at the time, and you needed it.
Yeah.
Hopefully you still need it, because it wasn't one.
Yeah, I do.
I don't think I ever told you that I got it.
No, you didn't. Yeah. That's awesome. Thank you.
It's a fine line where I'm like, okay, he needs it, but should I tell him? But then it's like more like during like comic show season where we'll be up on each other a little bit more.
Sure, yeah. This one was definitely a little bit more because yesterday I would have bought this.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, because I was so close on completing that run. Yeah. And incidentally, there's an Avengers run that I have of 100 plus issues that I'm only like 2 issues away from being able to complete that.
Nice.
So, but yeah, I literally was looking at this like a couple nights ago, maybe Friday night. I was looking through some Avengers books and I saw this cover again and I thought, oh, that's a good cover.
Yeah. The purple is awesome.
Yeah.
Done really well.
I think we got 3 left. Ooh, more X-Men. Nice. 265.
Yeah.
Storm at the mercy of the hounds. Nice.
Not as good as a cover, but
no.
You need, right? So.
Yeah, that's cool. I have some good stuff to read. Okay. Boom. Yeah. Don't have this.
That's a good one.
Yeah. I'm very lazily putting together the Alex Ross Timeless books. And it's kind of whatever I can get a good price for them.
Yeah.
I kind of pick one up. And I mean, what can you say about Alex Ross? I mean, he's our modern legend right now. And this is so good.
Will you do the villains, do you think? Or will you just
I think I have 2 of the villains so far.
I don't think there's as many, though. Right?
No, I don't think there's as many for the villains, but I have like 2 of the villains so far.
Yeah.
So, nice.
Chip away at them.
Yeah, just get them when you can.
I find things like this are like even just like that infamous Iron Man where there's like 12 issues. Those are just kind of like fun ones that I'm not like super focused on. If I can get it cheap, blah blah blah, compared to the Avengers ones where I'm like, okay, I gotta know whether it's, and same with probably Justice League for you, is it worth the value that I'm going to pay right now? Because it's not a $2 book that I can just pick up sometimes, right? So
So this is our last book. Let me just get I'm not looking at it. I'm just trying to get the tape off the front of it. Oh, yeah. Oh, wait, there's a board on each side. Or is it just a board? I don't know. I don't know if there's a book in here or not.
I think it's just a board.
Okay, it's just a board.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
The only thing that I got concerned about, there was like a little tag up there, and I was like,
yeah, no.
Awesome.
I always keep them. I just like if I'm like reboarding, I'll just keep other ones, and I think I just put that there so that you wouldn't see. And
see what it was. Yeah. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Well, that's awesome. I'm gonna do. Ooh, I got a big stack here. As promised, I'll go full screen and do a quick little recap for you. So we started out with the Dark Knights of Steel series. And it's the colors. You know, I'm a fan of like colorful covers.
Yeah.
And that is instantly drawing me. I know I mentioned this before, but that's a pretty stellar cover.
That's a good one.
And of course, I love that too. That's just, wow.
Yeah. It almost looks like a Virgin variant.
Yeah, it does. Then, so got a little tape left. That wraps up the Dark Knights of Steel series. Then I got 2 Wonder Woman stickers. And I got some good Wonder Woman books. Got Cheetah. Someone speeding over at your house.
Yeah, I was going to say, you probably hear that. No sirens so far tonight, which is pretty
Yes, cool. Yeah. That's cool. Got a great annual to read. The book that gets me a huge consecutive run now, which I remember this episode of Omni X-Men too, which was very good. Can't wait to read this one. Got this one. And then we wrap up with a great timeless book. I don't even know what book this actually is, but because, you know, they put those covers on.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to remember which one it was as well.
Yeah.
I think I remember even looking to see which one it was.
Yeah.
It's always funny when it's like nothing to do with the character too.
Yeah, exactly.
It'll open it, it'll be like Miss Marvel. I'd be like, what? Why?
Yeah.
You know.
What's going on there?
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of Ms. Marvel, I actually saw, and I had it already, but I saw a Ms. Marvel Volume 1 issue. It was issue 6, I think, in a dollar bin yesterday.
Oh, really?
In not bad shape either.
Yeah, the Volume 1's a nice looking run. I really like the Captain Marvel Volume 1. Anytime I see that too, I'm like, oh, that's nice.
Yeah, very cool.
Yeah.
Well, I can't thank you enough for my AOKs and for thinking of me and providing me much upcoming reading enjoyment.
Yeah, no, it's good to get those other books to you as well for future videos. So
yeah, yeah, thank you. And like I said, I'm planning next week on opening my other stack. I don't even know where my other stack is right now off the top of my head, but it's over here. It's there. Yeah. So, and of course, as always, I'm slowly building up some stuff for you. Some stuff you know about, some stuff you don't. One book I forgot to send with your last AOK, so that got me all kicked off already. And look forward to having you back on the channel. So what's upcoming for you? I mean, I know you're not really doing upcoming content, but like any comic shows, any hunting for specific books outside the Avengers? What's on the horizon?
Yeah, still chipping away at some runs. That Captain America 100 to 120, Black Panther Volume 1. I'm just slowly putting together I need 3 or 4 issues of that. The Avengers, obviously. I can almost pick up Silver Surfer 11 anytime to finish that run. Within reason. So I'm not worried about that. I'm getting so many books just graded right now. I'm just constantly getting impressed and graded. And
are you getting the grades that you're hoping for?
Yeah, yes, because I'm not really it's not that I'm hoping for. It's just it's basically meeting expectations because again, especially with the Avengers run, I'm not looking for high grade, mostly just presentable. Yeah,
same thing with my Justice League.
I like for the the staples to be intact kind of thing. But,
yeah.
I mean, lots of 3.0s and 3.5s and stuff like that, and it's great. And then some will just be already higher graded because I got a good deal on them buying them, right? So
yeah,
but yeah, it's pretty much it right now. Nothing too crazy.
Nice.
Yeah,
I'll tell you something kind of funny. There's a book that I've been watching on J. Scott Campbell's website. And I've been watching this book for years, like in his store portion. One of the things that I like, or at least I thought I liked about his store portion was you could see the count. When I started watching it, there was 40 copies of it. Okay. Yeah. Then I watched it over the years, 36, 32, 25, blah, blah, blah. Well, about a month ago, it started getting down to a dozen. And I'm like, okay, I need to start really thinking about this. If I'm going to do this, I need to think about this. And I watched it over the weekend, and this morning it got down to 5 copies.
Is it down to 4 now because of you?
It did go down to 4 because of me, because I'm like, I better buy that. Yeah. So I placed the order today. I would have personally preferred to wait maybe about 2 weeks before I pull the trigger on it. But I also started looking at this on eBay and stuff too, and I'm not finding it anywhere else for a better price. Yeah. So I'm like, I better pull the trigger on it. So I did, and I ordered it today.
That's awesome.
And then I looked at it tonight, restocked to 40 copies. And I'm like, oh, you dogs.
That's hilarious.
You dogs, you dirty dogs.
That is really funny.
I'm like, you got me. Yeah. I mean, I'm not upset that I ordered the book. I wanted the book. I've been wanting the book for you. Yeah. So I just pulled the trigger a couple weeks earlier than I probably would have. Yeah. So, yeah. That probably won't be until late February or early March before I show that on my channel, because I'm doing a theme for a particular video coming up, but I'm waiting for some stuff to come in, and there's still some stuff I have to order yet and let that come in before I get everything in place to be able to do this kind of themed video that I want to do. Gotcha. So
that makes sense.
Yeah. So look for that in the future. For my channel, like I said, I'm kind of planning. It's not actually done yet. I mean, the filming and the editing is done, but there's still a lot of behind the scenes, metadata and stuff. I'm hoping to have a comic book editions video out tomorrow, which you will see some stuff that was gifted to me that I didn't even know existed. You'll see some comic book related stuff from other countries. We got Marvel and DC in there. There was some modern Marvel stuff in there too. I say modern, within the last 6 months. Yeah. So there's some really good stuff in there. So I'm excited for you guys to check that video out too. Of course, there's the Back Issue of the Week YouTube short currently on my channel, and Fanboys Live and the Retro Review coming up this weekend. So Thomas, I thank you for your time. It's always great to reunite with you, and hopefully sooner than later I'll have you back on here, and we'll turn the tables and have you unbox something from me.
I like it.
Yeah, it'll be fun. And as we get ready to sign off, I'll say hello to Paul S., who jumped in as well. Hope you can catch the rewind. There's some good DC stuff in there. And Tony, you have a good night as well. And thanks to all of you who joined me in the live chat, and to those of you that watched on the rewind. I will catch you in the near future, friends. Take care.
Thank you.